Hello, Facebook Live. Hello. Marcus here. It is June 13th, Sunday, June 13th. It's a little after 1 o'clock. Sorry I've not been on in a few days. Jamie and I were watching Justin play baseball, so I've not been on a few days. Been very busy running around, doing a bunch of things. The restaurant's been really busy, really packed, which is fantastic. So I might have to answer the phones here because I'm the only one who is here to answer the phone. So let's see what happens. And I am in my office. Like I said, it's a little after 1 o'clock. I like to go on Sundays normally a little bit earlier, but I just couldn't today. So I'm going to tell you what's going on here today at the restaurant, what's going on a little bit next week. And Jamie and I were able to go out to eat at a few restaurants this weekend. We were traveling to see Justin play baseball. If you're tuning in, drop a comment, #live, or where you're tuning in from. Hello, Joel. How's it going? Joel's on from Arizona. So Jamie and I drove back this morning from Elmira, New York. Justin played baseball there yesterday. Their team didn't do good yesterday. They lost 10-3, but they won the previous two games against Elmira and another team, I think, up in Jamestown. So we're able to go to Jamestown, watch Justin play ball up there. And we are back. So welcome everybody tuning in. So what's going on at Aroma Time? So we are Sunday. The streets close here at, I think, 3 o'clock today. 3 o'clock the streets close for cars, which means restaurants get to put chairs out. Tables and chairs. So we put out a couple more tables and chairs out there. Our back garden's open. Our back garden's extremely popular. So if you're walking to the front of us and you think we're not busy, we are busy. The back is busy. And with to-goes and everything else we have going on, we're busy, and that sometimes it gives a wrong impression. We had somebody last night who was a little upset because we didn't seem busy. Didn't understand why their food took a while to order. But I'm learning that we went out this weekend. There's a lot of crazy people going out to eat at restaurants. People that are just first of all, very uncomfortable to go out to eat. And if you're uncomfortable, folks, to go out to eat, don't go out to eat. Get takeout, go to a restaurant that will keep you totally separated or whatever. There's a lot of people are still very nervous, and whether it's right or wrong, it's not my opinion to judge that. But some people really make other restaurants crazy or other businesses crazy. And I think the people that even aren't nervous about going out, I think there's this level of not everybody, but just a few people, a level of people that they're not reasonable. I had a really bad experience at a restaurant the other day. It wasn't really bad, but I could have turned it into a really bad experience. And everybody I was with was like, I cannot believe they just served you that. That is insane. So I ordered a vegetable panini and literally 2 slices of white bread with maybe a quarter cup of sauteed small vegetables. I was thinking grilled vegetable panini. I said grilled vegetable panini. I'm thinking slices of zucchini, roasted mushrooms, portobellos. I'm thinking this nice panini that I usually get. And it was literally 2 pieces of bread stuck together. I opened it up. The one side barely had anything on it. The other side had a little more on it. Literally a quarter cup of sauteed spinach, sliced mushrooms, diced onions, and I think those were the only 3 vegetables on there. It was $13 at this place, and this place came with great reviews, and the line was long. It wasn't. It was semi self-serve. You go up and order, and then they deliver it to your table. And the place is a reputable place, very reputable place. And everybody's like, I can't believe they served you that. I'm like, it's no big deal. It's really no big deal. I'm hungry. I'm not going to complain. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this. I'm hungry. Whatever. I know what goes on in kitchens. I really know what goes on in kitchens. Now, my next trip up to get a beer and get some drinks for everybody, I just showed the waitress. I said, listen, you might just want to show I took a picture. I said, you might want to show the cooks this in the kitchen. And her eyes lit up and she goes, oh my gosh. And she immediately called the general manager. The general manager came right over and he's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, listen. He's like, I'm comping this. I'm like, hey, I appreciate that. That's what I'm not asking for. I own a restaurant. I know what goes on, but that's what they gave me. And he's like, no, this is unacceptable. This isn't right, and this and that, and totally made good on it. Totally made good on it. Because I give them an opportunity to fix it. So that place turned out to be on top of their customer service. But folks, it's just we're at a point now where it's tough in as far as labor coming into this. We're having some of our busiest Friday nights ever. Like, we've never had Friday nights this busy before. This Friday night versus last Friday night, we were up 39% versus last year. And last year was busy because we had the outside open. I was doing lobster bakes outside. The front was open, had a bunch of tables. Last year, Friday night was busy. The Friday before, we were 55, 56%. I have to look at the numbers again. Over 55% busier than the Friday of the year before. And it's just, it's really like we weren't prepared for all of this. And we got one table that wrote us 2 really bad reviews. Like, and I understand some of it because I spoke to the guy, made a comment, please call me. And I thought I had 2 separate reviewers, 2 separate bad experiences, because their reviews were totally different reviews. Like, totally different reviews. And, you know, I can see where he was upset at certain things, like they didn't get water enough time, or we forgot to get them water. They didn't get one of the special menus never got delivered to the table. But they were with like an 80, two of the diners they were with were 90 years plus old, 90 and 97, something like that, 90 and 95. And one of the legitimate complaints I had was our fire pit was smoldering and ashes were going, and we have a solution for that now. People love the fire pit. People actually love the fire pit, want to sit next to it. But some nights, if somebody's not maintaining the fire, it's going to smolder, ashes are going to go up, and it's uncomfortable. And I totally understand. I totally get that. But the second person went on and wrote us a review, like, and I apologize. I said, listen, we're not perfect. I apologize. I'm going to send you a gift card. No, you don't need to. I'm going to send you a gift card. And the person goes, I just wanted you to know that I posted that online just for you to know. And I said, well, honestly, the whole world knows now because you post this line. The whole world knows because you posted it on Google and it's the #1 search engine. And come to find out, he starts talking to the person that wrote the other review. And I'm like, this is the same table. The same table wrote us 2 1-star reviews or 1 and 2-star reviews and 2 totally different experiences. So she hit us with some of the service things, and then he hit us with the backyard is dingy. The mosquito pond has algae in it, we have a koi pond and there's no algae in there. And something else like really stupid. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's like, I'm just doing this. I just really wanted just you to know this. Just to help you. I'm like, if you just wanted me to know, you call me and tell me. And so it's the way people are right now is just really, really crazy. And we're honest. We're good to fix things. And I said, hey, I apologize for the things we did wrong. You have some very legitimate gripes there, and I have no excuse for them. And I'm going to send you a gift card. No, you don't need to. I'm like, listen, I want to make you come back happy. But now I'm thinking, am I ever going to make this person happy? Like, some of the complaints, like, out back, like, sorry, we have a koi pond out there. It's not a mosquito pond. It's not filled with algae. There were other things that this person said on the phone. I was like, really? You're nitpicking the smallest tiny things. We had a dog that was out there last week, a couple days ago, and the dog had a soccer ball. The soccer ball got pushed like into the corner of the garden, and he's like, and there was a soccer ball back there. I'm like, well, they're coming back for the soccer ball. They called, and that dog owners are actually coming back for the soccer ball. I didn't want my staff to pick up a soccer ball that a dog was chewing on, slobbering all over, and then take it and put it into the restaurant somewhere else when they said they were going to come back any day to get the soccer ball. So we didn't move it. I guess we should have moved the soccer ball. It would have probably made him much happier not to see a soccer ball sitting in the corner of the restaurant. Then he said there were weeds out there. We use weeds for decoration. Weeds for decoration out back. Sure, we have some wild burdock growing back there. There's a lot of ivy growing up. There's a couple of weeds out there, but there's flowers out there. There's a rose bush right there. We spend every year pulling out poison ivy because poison ivy will grow back there. We spend every year pulling out poison ivy, and it's a never-ending battle with that. And this year we got it back really, really far. But there's beautiful rose bushes back there. There's blooming lavender. There's all these flowers. And in his review, he leaves, we have weeds. Weeds is decoration. It's just like, it's so. It's like once, like when I went to get this panini the other day, if I would have let that single thing focus on my happiness, this terrible panini, it would have ruined my whole meal. It would have ruined my whole meal. I would have then wanted to get everybody else around me riled up and saying this is a bad place, this is terrible, because people are with us like, wow, that's not a good panini, like that's terrible. I could have totally gotten the whole table riled up. We could have all gone on written reviews, and it was so easy to solve. We're all humans. Nobody's perfect. I ate it. I wasn't complaining right away. I just said, hey, I just want you guys to know this is what happens. And they fixed it right away. They're like, well, yeah, totally. And the general manager pulled me aside, and he's like, yeah, I recommend this next time, or this or this. And I'm vegetarian. He's like, he goes, okay. He goes, I'm vegetarian too. He goes, so it's tough sometimes to find a vegetarian option. Because I totally understand, and this and that. And he goes, I wish I would have known, because I would have told him like to beef it up for you. I was like, hey, I totally appreciate it. So they were just like so understanding and took responsibility, and we're so happy to take responsibility for things. And I did this to the guy, I said, I'll send you a gift card and this and that, and my main goal is for you to come back here and be happy with it. So folks, if you've ever had a bad experience here, ring me, let me know. And we got a lot of great experience. I went through the comment cards this weekend, and we had a lot of really awesome feedback. We got a great Yelp 5-star review. People were I'm going through the comment cards. I'm like, wow, these are fantastic. But it's just like that one person, that one table that just has something bad to say, that just goes online and just like bashes you for like, it could have easily been solved. They told the server, they told our waitress, everything was fine, thank you, this and that. Everything was fine, this and that, and it's crazy. Like, people just lie to your face, and everything's great, thank you very much, this and that, and then they turn around and do that to you. And there were a few other restaurants we were out this weekend that I saw like some people are just agitated out eating. They're just agitated, and they let things bother them, and I'm like, just relax, you're out to eat. Like, every restaurant is struggling with staff right now, and it's a real issue. Every place we were at had help wanted signs outside. Every place, help wanted, cooks needed, this and that. And one of them was a very nice hotel that we were at. Help wanted sign out front, apply. Here's the QR code to apply for cooks needed. And I felt sorry for the bartender the one night at our hotel up in Jamestown. Like, she's trying to make cocktails, and she has 0 clean glasses. There's no dishwasher. She has no dishwashing person. There's a dishwashing machine, just to differentiate the two. And people in front of us are ordering cocktails, and they're getting anxious. And I'm like looking at her. Jamie and I are like, she has no glasses. This poor bartender has 0 clean glasses, and I'm looking like we're getting ready to order a glass of wine, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. We just got back from the game. We ordered a nightcap in the hotel bar, and I'm looking on the rack there behind. I'm like, she has no wine glasses. Like, and they're busy outside. There's like a bachelorette party, or it was a wedding party that was there. I'm like, they're busy here, and she has no wine glasses. And I'm like, you know what? I looked at Jamie, and I'm like, let's just not even let's call it a night. Let's not worry about it. If we really want wine, we have wine in our room. We travel with our own wine glasses. So I'm like, let's just not really worry about it. Jamie's like, yeah, let's not worry about it. Like to have her run around to get 2 more wine glasses and this and that. I would have literally told her to put the wine in anything. If we really wanted a glass of wine, I would have you can put the wine in anything. I'm not going to make it crazy, but she's literally running around looking for dirty glasses to run behind the bar to wash, to make drinks, mix cocktails for the people that are standing in line. They're impatient. I'm like, you have no idea. Jamie and I like, you have no idea what she's going through right now. Like, she is so stressed out. Like, we just want to step back there and like help her, not be mad at her. It's not her fault that they don't have enough glasses and there's no dishwasher. She's doing the best she can. If she wasn't back there, there'd be nobody getting a drink. So it's really crazy. Like, people have to like really understand like what businesses are going through, and we're fantastic with the quality of help we have. It's great. It's awesome. But like I said the other day, like, we're getting ready to get really busy right now. We have a lot of banquets, weddings coming up, smaller weddings, catering parties at our Airbnb, at other Airbnbs that we're catering. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, looking ahead, it's like, okay, time to buckle down. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? So there was another instance. Lost my train of thought, but the streets are closing. We'll have a couple tables outside. We're giving out free popcorn. If this is weather permitting, free popcorn. We'll have the popcorn machine out there. We'll be doing cotton candy if the weather's permitting. I don't even know what we're charging for cotton candy. It's a couple bucks, and it is organic. It is organic cotton candy. It is organic popcorn. People have been asking me about lobsters and such. prices on lobsters are still way, way expensive, so that's not happening anytime soon, at least till after July 4th. The prices now going to start escalating. It'll go up until July 4th. It'll drop back down a little bit, and I'm not sure what they're dropping down. It's the highest prices in like 18 to 20 years. Michelle, do you need me? Oh, I need to print those. I'll print those in a couple minutes. Those are new menus. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, I'll reprint that then too. So, there's something else I was going to say that I lost my track of mind here. Oh, we had a guest come in last night that complained that everything took so long. So we do our investigating. So we talked to our staff, and they're like, well, they came in. It took them 20 minutes to order their drinks. So we looked on the camera. It took them 20 minutes to order their drinks. And we were there. There was plenty of staff there for this table. Then they ordered their appetizers. Then they got their appetizers. Then they ate all their appetizers. And then they decided to order entrees, which then took another 40 minutes because we're busy. But they're sitting out front with only 4 tables and an empty dining room, and there's 18 more tables in the back, and people getting takeout to go like crazy. And they're like, well, we don't understand why the food took so long. And like Courtney explained to them, that we just understand it. Well, walk in the back garden, take a look, and use some common sense when you order. Like you don't, like folks, when you order like that, and we were guilty of it sometimes too. You like to order one thing, finish it, then order another thing, then order your entrees. The only time you should be doing that is after your entrees, you order dessert. That's the only time. It really helps the flow in a kitchen if they know your appetizers and entrees up front. It helps the kitchen a lot because they're not only cooking your food in the kitchen, they're cooking all these others. So there's 18 tables in back. They're all 4 tops. So there's another 50, 60 people in the back, plus 4 tables up front, plus to-go orders. And you order, you're in line. Your food is in line. It's not something that's just... So, yeah, it took 40 minutes. 40 minutes is not a long time to take for food to go through our kitchen like that. But if you ordered an appetizer and it took 10 minutes to come out and you ate your appetizer for 10, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden your food is only 10 minutes behind that, the flow is so much different. On a busy Saturday night to do that, but, you could not tell these people anything. Courtney was like, I tried to explain to them, and they didn't want nothing to hear about it. And these are the kind of people that go and, leave bad reviews when, it's like there should be, a class on learning how to order from a kitchen and order from a restaurant. Ralph's saying wine tours. Yeah, so we're doing these great wine. We're starting these. We've been doing wine tours in Italy and Spain and now the Finger Lakes and Long Island. But here in the Hudson Valley, we're starting this brand new service. For your car, our driver. So we send a licensed, insured driver, all background checked, to your car, and we'll tour you around the Hudson Valley, and we'll help you pick wineries and whatever. And it's just good for 2 people all the way up to, if you have a minivan, we'll drive your minivan. Our drivers are insured for all of that. If you have a third row, you can fit 7 people in. It's $42 an hour. It's an amazing deal, a bargain compared to a limo. And you'll have the flexibility of the driver taking you wherever you work with us. If you want us to plan what stops you want to go to, but if you already know where you want to go, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't need to be wineries. It can be breweries, distilleries, farms. It can even be like a bridal shower. It can be like a birthday party. If you want a ride back and forth to a birthday party because you're concerned about drinking and driving, which you should be. If you are going to be, partaking in any kind of cocktails and drinking, we can help with all that. So it's a lot cheaper than a DWI, a lot cheaper. But there is no better way to tour wineries, folks, than having somebody drive you, whether it's in a limo, whether it's in a bus, or whether we drive your own car with one of our licensed and insured drivers. There is no better way. You don't have to worry about, getting pulled over. You don't have to worry about any kind of things like that. And believe me, the police know where the wineries are. They know very well where the wineries are, and they can, or the wine festivals as well. So they kind of keep an eye out for that. So that's the situation with that. So we can help you with all that. We can help you plan all that. So thank you for reminding us, Ralph. Appreciate that. All right, folks, that is it. I'm going to I cooked some rice. I'm going to go eat a bowl of rice right now with some veggies. And get ready for dinner here soon. Dinner service. We open at 3 o'clock today. 3 o'clock. If you're tuning in live, by the way, drop a comment, #live. If it's on the replay, #replay. If you've recently been to a restaurant that you had a good experience at, let them know. Go on Yelp, go on Google, go on TripAdvisor, and let them know. I don't care. It doesn't have to be my restaurant. It can be anybody's restaurant. Just go to anything it can be even a nail salon. It can be wherever. Just go drop a comment and a good review if you had a good experience. If you had a bad review, speak up. Speak up and let them know you had a bad review, because a lot of times they're going to fix it for you. Then if they don't fix it, then you can resort to online. I always give the restaurant a chance, or the business a chance to redeem themselves, because again, folks, restaurants are running on a lot of different people, and this is like very complicated, just like flying a plane, right? There's a checklist of everything that has to be done. Michelle was just sitting here because she has a checklist that I need to print out for her so they can go over certain things. And on these checklists are everything from making sure the coolers are the right temperature at night, in the morning when they come in, because if a cooler's off and they come in to throw out food, that throws off their whole day, and sometimes it's very hard to recover from throwing food out because a cooler went bad last night. So all this is accounted for. Roman Time Bistro, this is Marcus. We are open at 3 o'clock today. Great, thank you. Bye. Somebody looking for lunch today, so full menu is open 3 o'clock on. Ralph said, yes, call business first. Most businesses will take care of it. If you're like me, I'll take care of it because I care about my business. Like, I read those 2 bad reviews yesterday, and I'm like it hurt me. It hurt me that, and some of the stuff was legitimate, but some of the other stuff that's just like so outlandish, like dingy backyard. If you've seen my back garden's not dingy, but because they couldn't get their water in enough time. The biggest complaint was their water didn't come in enough time. Their charcuterie board menu wasn't sent to them after they had asked for it. Water didn't come out, and the ashes. Those were the 3 biggest complaints. But then they went on to he was like, well, your food's not garnished. I'm like, and I'm saying to myself, I didn't know I need to put a sprig of parsley or something on the food. Your food there's no garnish on your food. You need to put something on your food to make it look better. And I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess we could put some fried onions on the brisket or something. He goes, it's just the sides. I don't like the sides. I'm like, so you don't like? He's like, the steamed broccoli. Of course, our broccoli's not steamed. But once your mind gets going on something, you're going and you're going to justify that. Just like if the panini, if I would have let my mind go on that panini, I'm like, you know what? I understand. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat it. And whether I say something or whether I'm not going to go online. It's not if I don't say something, I wouldn't go online. Like steamed broccoli. So we actually have mushroom risotto. We have mashed garlic potatoes. We have roasted potatoes. We have local organic sautéed kale. We have local organic zucchini. And we have sautéed broccoli. So we have 5 or 6 sides. Before, that dish used to come with only broccoli and only roasted potatoes. Now you have all these choices of the sides for it to come with. But that was now an issue. The food doesn't come with sides. And I said, well, we lowered our menu. He's like, I know you did. We lowered the price of our menu for COVID, and we let you order what you want. Well, nothing, I wanted nothing. Your sides aren't appealing. And then, it took 20 minutes for dessert, which it doesn't. We looked at the cameras. It only took 15 minutes. But again, people always exaggerate times in restaurants because you're not sitting there waiting and watching the time as things happen. So that's it, folks. Go rate a restaurant. Go rate a business that you had a great time with. And, and it's really helpful when, especially for us, when you do let us know if we screwed up. Because sometimes we don't know it. And sometimes we'll do it a couple of times before we catch it. So if you call me and say, hey, Marcus, I was there last night, I was there last week, and, this whatever took, or this was like this, I can then look into it and say, hey, because sometimes things fall through the cracks. Sometimes the obvious things. One thing yesterday, and I don't know how this happened, but our dinner menu, we've had the same soup for 18 years. It's an organic sweet potato, yellow curry, and coconut milk soup. That's been our soup forever. It's been on our menu forever. And it's always said that exact thing. And a lady orders it yesterday, and Courtney goes, this lady was so rude to me. This lady was so rude to me because she didn't realize the soup had curry on it. I'm like, well, didn't she read the menu? And Courtney's like, it's not on the menu. I'm like, that's impossible. This soup has been on our menu for, I have no idea how, it just randomly got deleted from our menu in our new printing, so it's not even on there. I'm like, wow, totally our fault, 100% our fault. But then it ruined the lady's night because then her Caesar salad was bad because her Caesar salad was too spicy. I can't eat my Caesar salad now. Your Caesar salad is too she let one thing ruin everything else. And granted, we were wrong, totally wrong. So sorry. I don't know how. I have no idea how that happened. Like, I'm perplexed on how that got deleted off our menu and got printed. I'm totally perplexed. But it got deleted. It was highlighted. It got deleted somehow. I don't know. Not what we wanted to do. Totally our fault. 100%. I'll make it up to you. I'll buy you dessert. But now it got to a point where that ruined the rest of her meal because everything was too spicy. The Caesar salad dressing is too spicy. It has too much pepper in it. So tell them to make it without pepper in the kitchen, which the Caesar salad dressing is already made. And it's not really the pepper that's spicy. It's more of like the garlic that's in there that's making it spicy, not the pepper. But, when a person's in this mind frame, you're arguing with them or you present information to them, it appears that you're arguing with them. So it's just like, it's like you're arguing with them when you present new information with them. And some people just need to eat, and once they eat, they're happier, right? We're all like that. I need food, and I'm happier. Like I dealt with my panini being bad because I was hungry. I was really hungry, and that was it. So, all right, folks, that's it. My rice should be done. I cooked a bowl of rice in the rice cooker, so that should be done. Some avocado rice I just cooked. And that is it. Everybody have an amazing day. Beer dinner tomorrow. 4 rare beers, 4 super rare beers. Got some really good ones I'm pulling out tomorrow. It's $29 a person. There's a mussel dish that's going with it. My friend Angela, who owns a restaurant in Newton, Connecticut, Sally Pepe's, makes this amazing mussel dish. And every time I go to his restaurant, I get this mussel dish. I'm just amazed. Combinations seem a little weird, but it's just like so amazing. Everybody loves it. So we're recreating that dish tomorrow here, and we're doing 4 rare beers with it, $29. We only have like 4 spots left for that. There's only 4 spots. So if you're interested in tomorrow's beer dinner, 647-3000. That's the story with that. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Everybody have an amazing day, and we will talk to you later. And again, everybody, thank you for your support. We really, really appreciate it. And again, if you need to ever address an issue with us, past or present, call us. We'll fix it. We'll work on it if we can fix it, right? But we'll at least listen to you. If we can't fix it, we'll at least listen to you. And I think a lot of people just want to be listened to, right? Like all I wanted, like I didn't want anything free the other day at the place I was at with this panini. I didn't want anything free. I just wanted them to listen to me. Like, hey, here's like, and if she would have been like, oh, okay, and not said anything, I'd have been like, wow, they don't care. But she immediately got the general manager. She called him over, and she was, can you show him your phone? And he's like, oh my gosh. Both of them were like, oh my gosh, we are so sorry. He was like, I'm taking off the bill right now. I would have been happy with just listening to me. Just listening to me, and I'm happy. And a lot of people just want to be listened to. It's not about, about getting something for free and this and that. Just listen. So, all right, folks, got to go. Talk to everybody later. Have an amazing day.